Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kaylyn. Today I'm going to be sharing about some really important topics, and I am so grateful to share these things with you, and just decided why not share on these topics that are really personal that I know can make such a big difference in some of your lives. Today I'm going to be talking about feeling worthless and struggling to feel like you have a purpose on this earth, or if you have ever just simply wondered what's the point of my life. What I really want you to get out of this video today is a new perspective on your value, and I really just want your mind to open up about why you are valuable. So if you ever struggle feeling you have worth, please watch this video and subscribe to my channel. If you struggle with these questions, it's easy to feel trapped kind of in a cloud of these feelings and not really empowered to move forward in your life. I am a Christian. I totally respect what you believe and honor whatever it is you believe about life and your purpose. I'm simply sharing with you what I believe to be true, and I invite you to follow along so you can be a part of this series, whatever you believe. I still think that you can take away a lot of good things from what I will be sharing. Why am I here? Why does my life matter? I have definitely woke up and struggled thinking that. And it is a really hard thing to struggle with. It's very easy to convince yourself that your life doesn't matter and that you don't have anything to add to this world. There's so many people out there, and it's so easy to feel like you don't have anything to offer or you have no purpose here. When you feel that way, it doesn't feel good, and I don't want you to not feel good anymore. I don't want you to be stuck in that place. And you deserve more. You deserve to not feel those things anymore. And I just really hope that what I can share with you will help you get there. If you have struggled with these questions, do not feel bad or feel ashamed. You actually have incredible purpose on this earth, and the people who struggle with these sort of hopeless feelings and questions actually have the biggest destinies on this earth and are called to so many amazing things. And I want to see that released in you and in your life. If you clicked on this and if you struggled with this, you are a world changer and you need to break out of this. First, I want to talk about your value and how we tend to find our value in this world. And then I'm going to share where your value really does come from. In life, we are all encouraged to find our value in things outside of ourselves. From a young age, we are taught and affirmed that our value comes from what we do or what we produce or talents. For instance, if you're good at sports, you will feel like you need to perform in sports in order to be valuable. Or let's say you are an excellent student, you are affirmed for your great grades and you are known as being really smart. But if you don't get an A, or if you fail a test, your whole identity, your whole core is shaken by that experience, and that's because you place your value in your grades and being smart and that sort of thing. Or if you believe that you are valuable based on the way you look, which I think we are all conditioned to believe that because of the world that we live in. And oftentimes we can look in the mirror and not like what we see, or feel worthless based on what we see, whether we're overweight or whether there's certain features that we think make us look ugly, whatever. That can affect you. And that's because you're putting your value in your image, in your appearance. Many men put their identity in their jobs, and if they lose their job, it's like their whole world crumbles down. Lots of us will look to romantic relationships or friendships to find validation, and we will seek that in an unhealthy way from people that we are with. And that's not a healthy place to be, because no romantic partner, even a spouse, can give you that validation that your soul truly needs. People are not perfect, and we cannot love or validate other people, maybe in pieces and parts, but that's not the full picture of your worth, and you need more than that. And our world is really encouraged to find our identity in things, to find our identity in a job or in different passions of ours. But the truth is, none of those are good places to put your identity, because none of them are actually stable, and none of them actually reflect your value, because any of them could be taken away in a minute. You know, we need to put our value in something, though. That is not wrong. We need to know that we are valuable to be able to contribute to this world, and oftentimes seeking for our value in different activities is what propels us on in life, which is a good thing, but it's not healthy to feel like we need to perform or we need to fit a certain role so that we will have worth. Okay, so I'm going to use an analogy to help you understand where your value comes from. I'm gonna take this painting. This is a painting that I painted. This painting is paint on canvas. It has some value, I guess, like the value of the canvas and the value of the paint. But it is valuable because I painted it. If this painting just sat over here looking at itself, you know, criticizing the orange in it and the blue in it and the way it was made and the shape of the canvas and the size of the canvas and everything about it, it could convince itself that it could be thrown aside and no one would remember it, that it was worth nothing, and all of these things that we can convince ourselves as people. And that's kind of true if it just looks at itself, you know, for its own value. But the truth is, this painting is valuable because I made it, and when I made it, I decided it was valuable, and every part of it is something I created with intention. This painting, apart from me as a painter, has no value whatsoever. And that's what you are like. You are like a painting. You are a creation that God made, and you have value because God made you. Whether or not you understand why He made you, or you criticize the different parts of yourself and don't like them, that doesn't really matter. You have value because God decided He wanted to make you and He made you. And you can't find your value within yourself, just like this painting can't find value within itself. The value comes from me as its creator. If I created something, yeah, it has value, but God, the creator of the universe, He decided to make you. The one who made everything. He made every intricate system in your body. He made your skin so that it would heal when it's cut. He made you with all of your emotions and all of your quirks. He had purpose in creating that, whether or not you understand it. And let's just say God is like Picasso, because Picasso was a great, famous painter. Okay, I'm gonna put this back. Okay, let's just continue this analogy and say that God is like Picasso. Because you are much more than a painting that I made. You are much more like a Picasso painting. And you have value because Picasso made you. Even if you're buried in an attic somewhere, your value is not changed by that. It's not changed by you knowing your value. It's not changed by where you are, how you live your life. Your value comes from who made you. And coming to terms with that helps us understand why we often feel worthless and purposeless. We look to ourselves and think, that's it. Solely our existence and our character should give us meaning and purpose, but it can't possibly do that. We can't look within ourselves. We have to look beyond ourselves. We have to look to the one who made us to find our purpose and our value. Until you do that, you will continue to search within yourself and be disappointed, or you can continue to put it in other things in this world that are shakable. But nothing changes who painted that painting. I hope this makes sense to you. So God made you with great intention. He made every part of you, every trait that you possess. He carefully chose and selected. We have been trained to think certain things about ourselves, but aside from all that, because that doesn't matter, He loves every part about you, and He actually chose them and put them into you. So much of loving yourself and understanding your value is accepting how He made you, your physical body, your personality traits, your skills. Once you understand that God loves you and every trait in you He chose and He wanted to be there, it's a little bit easier to start loving yourself and seeing yourself differently because you understand the love that was behind making you. I just want you to know that if you have ever struggled with these thoughts and feeling worthless, you are not, whether or not you believe it. You just intrinsically have so much value because you're a creation of God that He made with love. And He really, 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 really loves us. Even when we don't see it or feel it. He loves us so much, and He is so glad He made us, and He takes so much joy in you and I and in His creation. If you have ever painted something or made something or designed something or built something with your hands, you have so much pride in that. You look at it when you're done and you think, wow, that's awesome, I made that, you know? That's how God feels about you. He has so much excitement over you. And if you're ever feeling worthless, you can remember that your worth does not come from what you do or what you produce or how good you are at something, but it comes from who made you and His love in making you and His desire for you, because that will never change despite your performance. Even if you lay in bed all day, you are still valuable to God and you are still enough for Him. and he still takes pleasure in you. I just want to be vulnerable with you and take you on the journey that I'm on and that I have been on. So in these upcoming videos, I will be sharing about how we can move from a place of feeling purposeless and powerless and insecure to a place of purpose and security and power. If you can relate to what I'm talking about right now and you want to hear more, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel so you can follow along and hopefully be impacted by what has really impacted me. I love you guys. Like this video if this spoke to you. I will see you in my next video. Bye!